Hi guys, welcome to Robin Hood Diaries again. I'm, as usual, glad you could join me tonight. And I previewed a kind of bizarre, kind of freaky topic tonight. We're all alone in the house tonight. So, good reason to talk about some freaky ass shit, right? Right. Let me get started. There's a lot to unpack. So I previewed today as sort of like uh, circumstances surrounding sort of my first kind of like official going out to a party in drag night, day, well, evening, night, deep night. So I had just started to put my toes in the sort of, to me, it wasn't even an underground scene at that point. It was like this guy, who's like this big, reality show mogul, whatever, took me to one or two kind of like underground parties, I guess you could call them nowadays. So I had been to like one or two. So I figured this night, I had drag stuff left over. I had a show, maybe I'll do sort of a riff on that show about how I didn't have to, apply as a female impersonator, not trans, for entertainment only at a female impersonator club. There was an institution forever in Sherman Oaks, California. So that didn't work out, but I had like a black sequin dress that fit nice. I always had tailors slid it up a little further on the sides, accessories, a wig. So they were there, and so I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna throw it on tonight. I'm just gonna go out. I was supposed to meet some people, and then I found out that there was this big party. And of course, the drag queens always get dragged to the big parties. I wasn't the only one there. There was only a few, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So I go out now, first time full drag. From here up, I look like Patsy from Ab Fab. From here down, I don't know, Anne Margaret, later days in Las Vegas. I don't know. So I looked however I looked. I kind of looked like Patsy. So I'm out doing a thing. Oh, wow, here I am, and we're visiting, I think we're like somewhere near La Cienega and Santa Monica Boulevard. Not a bar, anyway. So a few of the people, a couple which join us, I'm with two other people. They want to take me to this big party up in the Hollywood Hills. So I figure, screw it, I'm like in drag, I'm fully made up. I got, my purse going and everything. I'm ready to go. So the two people I'm with go somewhere else. And then we sort of agree to reconnoiter in that area later on, or regroup. And so I go off to this fancy party. So, with the understand that we didn't have cell phones, but, you can kind of like make arrangements. No payphones. So I'm driving up Outpost, and I'm in full drag for the first time, decked out, ready to sit down, powder my nose, have a cocktail, go around a fancy house, and we pull up. And it is a house that I'm all too familiar with. So I'm not going to be a wet blanket. Oh my God, oh, the house is triggering me, whatever, I'll tell you in a second. I'm just going to dive in. But this is really, really weird for me. Why? Because this big fancy party that I was taken to for the first time in drag was the home of a very, Hollywood's like top, theatrical agent at the time. His name was Ed L'Amato, and he lived in this house because I had served at parties that were being catered at his house. Long story. It's another book, couple of the shows. So I was familiar with this house, all too familiar, because as a side note, I had to go to Oregon for an acting seminar that I was helping, whatever. So I had to leave Tim, my partner, who was, very gradually, very slowly getting ill, but still very much with it. So I had to leave him in LA to go to this Oregon thing. So the opportunity came up again for me to serve at this party for the third time, but I was in Oregon. So I thought, well, what the hell, have Tim do it. He's active, up and about, capable young man. So I arranged for him to swap places with me, which is normally just going around giving people cocktails and hors d'oeuvres.